The Department of Social Welfare and Development is now stepping up its relief operations. And joining us this morning is DSWD Assistant Secretary Irene Dumlao. Good morning, ASEC, and welcome to the program.
Hi, Pauline. Magandang umaga.
Okay, ASEC, can you give us the latest tally? How many families and individuals were affected by Typhoon Crising as well as the Habagat?
Well, Pauline, as of 6 a.m. this morning, we've recorded around 481,000 families, or that's an equivalent of more than 1.6 individuals who have been affected by the combined effects of Typhoon Crising and the southwest monsoon. And these families that we have identified to be affected are located in more than 2,600 barangays across the country.
And where are these areas particularly, ASIC, and how is the situation inside evacuation centers?
Yes, the affected families may be located in the National Capital Region. We also have in Ilocos Norte, Ilocos Sur, La Union, and Pangasinan in Region 1. We also have affected families in Cagayan and Nueva Vizcaya in Region 2. And then in Aurora, Bataan, Bulacan, Nueva Ecija, Pampanga, Tarlac, Zambales, and Olongapo City in Region 3. We also have affected families in Batangas, Cavite, Laguna, Quezon, Rizal, in Calabarzon. And in Occidental Mindoro, Palawan, and Puerto Princesa in Mimaropa, Albay, Camarines Norte, Camarines Sur, Catanduanes, and Masbate in Region 5. We also have affected families in Aklan, Antique, Capiz, Iloilo City, Negros Occidental, and Bacolod City in Region 6. In Bohol, Cebu, and Cebu City, Mandaue City in Region 7. In Samar and Southern Leyte in Region 8. And in Zamboanga del Norte, Zamboanga City, Zamboanga Sibugay, and Basilan in Region 9, Camiguin, Lanao del Norte, Iligan City, Misamis Oriental in Region 10, Davao Occidental in Region 11, South Cotabato and Sultan Kudarat in Region 12, and in Agusan del Norte, Dinagat Islands, and Surigao del Norte in Caraga, and in Abra Apayao, Benguet, Baguio City, Ifugao, Kalinga Mountain Province in the Cordillera Administrative Region. Actually, Pauline, kahapon umikot kami ni Secretary Rex Gatchalian. Pumunta kami sa Balagtas, Bulacan, Bukawi, Bulacan, Sasmuan, Pampanga. These are open evacuation centers. And maayos naman po yung kalagayan ng ating mga affected families. Currently, there are more than 14,000 families, or that's an equivalent of more than 49,000 individuals who are taking temporary shelter in 501 evacuation centers nationwide. And this morning, Secretary and I will be going around some evacuation centers here in Payatas, in Marikina, and in Rizal para makita natin kung ano yung mga situation ng ating mga internally displaced persons. But so far, dun sa pag-iikot namin, maayos naman. Merong mga water and sanitation health facilities, safe, and merong safe spaces for the vulnerable sectors, mga evacuation centers. And we will make sure that our camp managers and camp managers are really monitoring the situation po sa mga evacuation centers natin para may provide yung pong essential needs ng mga disaster-affected families.
ASIC, what are the most immediate needs that you're seeing among evacuees? Are there any shortages when it comes to logistical needs, supplies such as food, water, even hygiene kits?
Well, the essential needs, of course, right now are food and yung mga non-food items kagaya ng mga sleeping kits, kitchen kits, mga laminated sacks and modular tents, yung mga sleeping kits, essential also yan doon sa mga evacuation centers. Because alam naman natin, Pauline, during these periods, marami sa ating mga kababayan wala pong dala na mga kagamitan when they move to the evacuation centers. So ito po yung ipro-provide ng mga local government units at ng national government through the DSWD. And so far, we have extended augmentation support to the local government units and have provided more than 66 million pesos worth of humanitarian assistance. Yan po ay sa pamamagitan ng mga family food packs, ready-to-eat food, gayon din yung mga non-food items.
Asik, what about families and individuals outside evacuation centers? Because naman natin, hindi naman lahat ay willing mag-evacuate. They choose to stay in their homes. They don't want to leave their pets. What kind of assistance is being given to them? And how does the DSWD ensure that this is fairly distributed among them?
Yes, from our monitoring, there are more than 23,000 families, or an equivalent of more than 101 individuals who are affected by the combined effects of Crising and the southwest monsoon, but are taking temporary shelter po sa mga bahay ng kanilang mga relatives o ng kanilang pong mga friends. And they are also being assisted by the department. In coordination with the local government units, we are able to determine kung nasaan po sila, and pinapaabot namin yung mga family food packs po sa kanila. So, part kasi sila noong minomonitor din ng local government units and of course ng DSWD.
But ASEC, are there any ongoing efforts to provide additional assistance, especially to the hardest hit areas, lalo na po sa Region 6, pati sa mga areas o probinsya kagaya ng Cebu, kung saan they were caught off guard, right? When the Habagat hit them, kasi the initial direction was just in northern Luzon, but then they also experienced heavy rains and were affected by Crising and Habagat.
Well, yes, Pauline. Of course, yung po mga nabanggit nun sa Region 6, they've also been assisted by the department. Immediate relief was provided by our field office through family food packs and non-food items. And since nasa response phase pa tayo, Pauline, ito muna yung mga essential goods or essential welfare goods that we are extending. But once we enter the early recovery phase, we will look into other interventions like emergency cash transfers so that we could support the restoration of the normal psychosocial functioning of these affected families.
Well, Pagasa did say that it seems like rains will continue to persist the entire week. So, ASEC, for those families who have been displaced for several days now, what is the long-term plan for them, especially for those who won't be able to return to their homes soon?
Yes, as I've mentioned, we're looking at other interventions that we may extend to these disaster-affected families, like emergency cash transfers or cash for work, and assistance to individuals in crisis situation. But we are also working with other government agencies, especially with the DSWD, so that we could also provide shelter assistance for those families whose houses were destroyed by the floods. So these are other assistance that may be extended. But of course, we're working closely with the local government units to assess and determine the appropriate and necessary interventions that may be provided to them. Now, on the part of the DSWD, considering that we are also expecting other typhoons as pronounced by Pagasa, we would like to mention that currently we have more than 2.9 million family food packs strategically prepositioned across the country. The total cost of the standby funds and stockpiles of the DSWD at present is at more than 2.8 billion pesos. And currently, our National Resource Operations Center and Highest Disaster Response Center are still producing family food packs so that we could replenish our stockpiles that were released or replenish the stockpiles in all our warehouses, because we've released close to 100,000 already.
Nasa kaya I wanted to ask about the coordination with the LGUs. You did mention you are in close contact with them in order to ensure the fast and unified response across different regions. But are there any challenges on the ground in terms of that?
Well, so far, Pauline, we have not experienced any challenges, major challenges with respect to our ongoing disaster response efforts. What's good about the proactive action of the government, including the local government units, is that well, on the part of the DSWD, we have implemented the Buong Bansa Handa program, where we have intensified and improved on our supplies and logistics management. That is why we are able to preposition family food packs up to geographically isolated and disadvantaged areas. We've worked with the local government units so we could use their warehouses through relief prepositioning agreements. In that manner, we have improved our augmentation support mechanisms to local government units, because goods are already on the ground. So there was no difficulty in transporting these goods in affected areas, Pauline.
Well, ASEC, the DSWD also reported that it is monitoring stranded individuals in seaports. Do you have updated numbers there? And how is the department supporting them?
Well, yes, because of the partnership that the DSWD has entered into with the Philippine Ports Authority, we're able to preposition ready-to-eat food packs in major and critical ports. In fact, in Region 5 and in Region 8, where there were reported strandies, we were able to extend ready-to-eat food packs. And aside from that, of course, non-food items like sleeping kits. So, yun po yung mga napauna natin na i-extend po dito sa mga passengers na stranded sa mga pantalan.
And ASEC, what about families who feel that they haven't received enough aid yet or they might feel overlooked? Where should they run to? Ano nga po ba ang hotline or contact person na pwede nilang tawagan sa DSWD?
Well, of course, yung mga kababayan po natin who are in need of immediate relief and comfort, maaari po sila makipag-ugnayan sa kanilang mga local government units, sa kanilang mga barangay officials. And then, ang DSWD po kasi nagpo-provide ng augmentation support sa mga LGUs. So, yung mga LGUs ang nagsasubmit ng mga request sa DSWD po para makapaghatid tayo ng mga family food packs and non-food items. Nonetheless, they may communicate with the DSWD directly through our official communication platforms. That's at DSWD Serves sa Facebook. And you may also send a message through our official website. That's www.dswd.gov.ph para po makita natin yung sitwasyon sa lugar po ninyo, ma-validate namin at makapagbigay po tayo ng nararapat na tulong.
And when it comes to donations, ASEC, where can the public contribute, especially to those who want to send their help directly? Where can they do that?
Yes, Pauline, of course, during this period, we appreciate na meron po tayong mga kababayan who have generous hearts. We welcome donations, of course, and you may course it through the Kaagapay portal ng DSWD. You kindly check on our website, www.dswd.gov.ph. There's a link there. It says Kaagapay portal. Diyan po papasok. Pwede pong pumasok yung mga donations na gusto po nyo ipahatid. Ang kagandahan po ng portal na ito, direct na po ito na mapapaabot doon po sa mga areas that you want to assist. And pwede rin naman po na piliin nyo ang DSWD if there are goods you wish to be included, like rice, doon po sa ating mga family food packs. Kasi, Ms. Pauline, doon po sa ating family food packs, meron po yung 6 kilograms na rice. Sometimes we receive donations ng mga sakong bigas and then rini-repack namin at ini-include po namin dyan sa mga family food packs. So, I highly encourage you to visit the Kaagapay portal of the Kaagapay donations portal of the DSW.
And when it comes to those food packs, ASEC, kahit yung mga canned goods, parang may nabasa ko, sana naman daw hindi yung pa-expire na o yung mga malapit sa expiration because, of course, hindi naman maganda yun para sa mga evacuees. But finally, ASEC, what's your message also to the public when it comes to verifying trusted channels when they want to send their donations? Because alam naman natin na kapag panahon ng sakuna or calamities, naglilipa na din or fake donation drives circulating online also proliferate.
Yeah, that's correct. But before I address that, Pauline, let me mention that DSWD has the warehouse inventory system na kung saan na-monitor po natin kung ano ang date of manufacturing and date of expiry ng ating mga family food packs. We make sure that 5 months or 3 months prior to the expiry of these goods ay nagagamit na po natin for other social protection activities and projects ng DSWD mga goods, because definitely we will not be sending out expired goods to our disaster affected populations. We make sure that our goods are fit for consumption. So because of the inventory system ng DSWD, we are able to track and monitor yung ating pong mga inventories. And tama po yung nabanggit po ninyo, if you wish to help the department in the entire country, especially those affected by these disasters, kindly visit yung pong donations or yung Kaagapay donations portal ng DSWD. Huwag po tayo basta-basta na check noong pong mga posts na nakikita natin sa social media. Huwag po natin agad na i-course through yung mga tulong po natin. You have to verify if these are registered and licensed by the DSWD to ensure na legitimate yung donations drive na ginagawa po ng mga grupo na ito. Again, the donations or the Kaagapay Donations Portal of the DSWD ang sana po gamitin po ng ating mga kababayan.
All right, well, thank you very much for joining us this morning, and do stay safe. That was DSWD Assistant Secretary Irene Dumlao. Thank you, Secretary.
Thank you.